Good afternoon. Welcome to this special Health Science pinning ceremony. My name is Jerry Finley, and I'm the Dean of the Division of Health Science. Today we celebrate the dedication and hard work of our students who have chosen a noble path of health sciences. This year, we're proud to have 273 health science graduates. This is our largest graduating class to date. I'd like to recognize some of our Tarrant County College administration, Dr. Sean Madison, President of the Trinity River Campus, Dr. Beverly Clark III, Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Jason Abreu, Vice President for Student Affairs, and Dr. Hughes George, who's Assistant to the President. Receiving your pin symbolizes your academic achievements and commitment to caring for others. You're entering a profession that demands compassion and resilience. To our graduates, your journey has been filled with challenges, but you've overcome them with grace. To the family and friends, thank you for your unwavering support. Congratulations to each of you. May your future be filled with opportunities that make a difference and inspire. Welcome to the world of health sciences. I'd like to introduce our keynote speaker for the evening, Mr. Stephen Love. Mr. Love is currently President and Chief Executive Officer of the Dallas-Fort Worth Hospital Council, which promotes collaboration, cooperation, and advocacy on behalf of its 90-member hospitals. The Hospital Council also has approximately 100 associate members in business and industry, including prominent accounting, legal, and consulting firms. The primary mission is to drive evidence-based improvement in patient care and health access across North Texas. He was a United Nations Association Award winner in 2018 for Global Goals. He served as a 2015 chair for the Conference of Metropolitan and Regional Hospital Associations in the United States. He received the 2020 DCEO's Lifetime Achievement Award, the Dallas Medical Society's Miller J. and Robert L. Heath Award for non-physicians providing outstanding leadership to the community, and the YMCA 2024 Theodore P. Beasley Distinguished Leadership Award. He previously served on the Children at Risk Board for North Texas, Southwest Region Board for the American Heart Association, the chair for the March of Dimes Walk for Babies campaign, Mothers Against Drunk Driving Dallas, Cure Glaucoma Foundation Advisory Board, Southwest Transplant Alliance for Organ Transplants, the North Texas Eye Research Institute, and a board member for Prism Health North Texas. He serves on the YMCA Board of Directors, the Dallas College Foundation Board, the Greater Irving Las Colinas Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors. He also served as chair for the Greater Irving Las Colinas Chamber of Commerce for 24-25. Mr. Love has worked in healthcare management for over 50 years. He's demonstrated leadership in tax-exempt, investor-owned specialty and private hospitals in operations, finance, and corporate governance. Prior to joining the Dallas-Fort Worth Hospital Council, Mr. Love was Senior Vice President and Chief Financial Officer of a Fortune 500 healthcare company that owned over 50 hospitals and managed approximately 200 facilities in the United States. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Stephen Love.
Thank you, Jerry, for that very generous introduction. What a day. Congratulations to the allied health professionals in the health science. It's tremendous. You're the largest class that's graduating. I really salute you, and I will tell you, I have been in healthcare over 50 years. 35 of those I worked directly in hospitals, and I can tell you the value not only of physicians and nurses, but of allied health professionals is just unbelievable. And you are compassionate to go into healthcare, and we're lucky to have you. And one thing that I wanted to emphasize, I know you're compassionate, and I define compassion as empathy in action. And you are here because you care about other people. And whether you work in a hospital, whether you work in a physician's office, whether you work in a surgery center, it really doesn't matter. Your main focus is to help the patient, and I know you're going to do that. So I just want to congratulate you and just know how proud everyone in this auditorium is of you. You know, you've had faculty here and professors that have given you the tools and the knowledge. So I'm not going to try to repeat anything they've done. I'm going to talk about lessons I've learned in life. Some of these I've learned the hard way. But I wanted to tell you 4 principles that I think will help you along the way. First, be honest with yourself. Now, what do I mean by that? You heard Jerry say that I was CFO of a Fortune 500 company. I remember one time I was in Orlando, Florida, meeting with a group of investors and stock analysts, and they grill you on what your earnings are, what's going to be the next quarter, etc. And it was a pretty rough session. So I felt kind of bad, felt sorry. I said, man, I'm really having a tough time. I got to the airport, and there was a young lady in a wheelchair. Her arms were twisted, her legs were twisted. She had the biggest smile on her face. She was about 12 to 13 years old. She was traveling with another group of young people, I think from her church. And yet she was smiling, she was laughing, she was teasing the other people, and you could tell they loved her. When I got home that night, I took my suitcase and threw it on the bed and looked in the mirror and said, why aren't I honest with myself? You know, I'm feeling sorry because I had a tough meeting. Look at this young lady who is honest with the people around her. So always be honest with yourself. Another time, I remember I was focused on something, mentally going through my to-do list, and I walked into a grocery store here in North Texas, and there was a lady who you could tell was a caretaker that was pushing the wheelchair of the person she was taking care of, and she was pulling the grocery cart where she had just checked out behind her. I walked right by her because I was so, the gentleman behind me said, hey, let me help you. I'll take the grocery cart and you push your patient. And they went to the car. And I stood there and said, you know, I have got to be honest with myself and do better when I see those situations. The second rule, be honest with the people around you. I read a story one time, and it stuck with me. I'm an old guy. I used to get the Reader's Digest, and I loved to read it when it came every month. Many of you probably don't know what the Reader's Digest is, but it was a story in there about a lady that worked in a drugstore, and many of the drugstores, especially in the South, had soda fountains where you could get ice cream, you could get milkshakes, you could get soft drinks. And this little fella came in, based on a true story, hopped up on the stool, and he said, how much is a hot fudge sundae? That's what I like. And you got to realize this was many, many years ago. And she said, it's 50 cents. And he said, well, how much is a scoop of ice cream? She said, 35 cents. And she said, look, hurry up, make up your mind. I've got other customers. And she was real short with him. She balked at him. And he finally looked up and said, I'll do the scoop of ice cream. When he finished, he turned the little plate over where the ice cream was in, scooted off the stool, and left. She picked it up, and there were 2 quarters there. He had left 50 cents because he wanted to leave her a tip, when he could have gotten what he really wanted, a hot fudge cake. So be honest with people around you. The third thing that I would tell you is make a positive difference. You can make a difference, but let's don't be negative. Let's make a positive difference. One that stuck with me my entire life, when I was in Macon, Georgia, and I know with my accent, y'all thought I was from New York, but I was born and raised in Virginia, lived in Georgia for 25 years, and I was coaching my son's Little League baseball team. And these were 10 and 11-year-olds. And we had a fellow on our team, and I know many of you that go to Little League baseball know what I'm talking about. He was just a good player. He had been playing with his brothers, and he was an excellent shortstop at age 10. There was the team we were playing, and there was a player on their team named Benjamin. I happened to know Benjamin's father because he was an orthopedic surgeon. But Benjamin, unfortunately, was born with some challenges. He was missing some fingers on both hands. Unfortunately, he had to have part of his leg amputated below his knee because of problems and challenges at the time of birth. And so they put a prosthetic device on it. Well, Benjamin hadn't got a hit all year. And he came up, and it's right-handed. He swung late, and for those of you that know baseball, he swung late, but the ball went over the first baseman's head into right field. Benjamin scampered down to first base. Everyone was so glad he got a hit. On the next play, the ball got by the catcher, and he went to second base. The next batter hit a ball to Mason, my crackerjack shortstop. And with Benjamin not being used to running the bases, he took off running. My shortstop held the ball, looked at Benjamin, and threw the ball to first base. He could have easily made a double play. On the next pitch, there was a hit, and Benjamin scored. The entire team came out and picked him up, and you would have thought he had won the World Series. Both sets of stands, parents on both sides, stood up. There wasn't a dry eye. When Mason came to the dugout, he said, "Coach, I know I made the wrong play. I could have gotten a double play." And I said, "Well, why do you think you made the wrong play?" And he said, "Benjamin hadn't been on base all year. Benjamin didn't know better than to run when that ball was hit. I didn't have it in me to tag him out." And I said, "You made the right play." And about then I had tears coming down my eyes, and only in the way Mason could do it. He looked up and said, "Are you crying?" And his little lip was beginning to tremble too. He said, "Man, I've got a wimp for a coach," and he stomped off. But my point is, he made a positive difference. The final thing, learn to forgive. When you go through life, you're going to have people that you have problems with. It could be your family, it could be coworkers, it could be friends, it could even be people that you don't know when you're on the highway and somebody cuts you off and gives you a middle of the finger salute. But learn to forgive. This was really brought home to me April 16th, 2007. There was a young lady that went to my alma mater, Virginia Tech, and her name was Mary Karen Reed. And Mary Karen Reed was a freshman, and she kept a diary. Now, whether this was her original thought or not, I don't know. But she wrote in her diary in February, roughly 2 months before the tragedy at Virginia Tech, the massacre. "If great injury is done to us, we never recover until we forgive. Forgiveness may not change the past, but it certainly enlarges the future." That really stuck with me because unfortunately she was killed in that massacre. But a day of her funeral, her father was going through her personal effects, and he found this. And even though he wasn't going to speak at her funeral, he stood and he read that from her diary. So as you take the knowledge you've learned here, and when you take this and show the compassion to your patients, remember to be honest with yourself, honest with the people around you, make a positive difference, learn to forgive. And after 50 years in healthcare, I'm pretty confident you will be successful. And you may say, well, how do you define success? I define success as you will be at peace with yourself and the people around you. And if you do that, coupled with your academic knowledge and your compassion for your patients, you will be some of the most successful healthcare professionals we've ever known. Such an honor to be here and speak to you today, and I wish you the very best.
Thank you for that, Mr. Love. Next, we're going to have Maurice Saavedra come up, and he's going to talk about computed tomography.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon or early evening. Like Dr. Finley said, my name is Maurice Saavedra, and I'm the program director for the computed tomography program here at TCC. Our program is a post-primary certificate program which allows registered imaging for professionals the opportunity to expand their career into another modality. Today, we have three excellent students with us from our program. I have Kelly, Dustin, and Marquisha. They're here to receive their certificates in computed tomography, but they are also representing all of our other graduates that we've had over the academic year and that are not able to join us. I'd like to recognize their commitment and their hard work in successfully completing the required courses, clinical hours, and exam competencies to receive their certification. You guys were great students, and you did an amazing job, and I'm very honored here to commend you for your hard work. The challenges of this program can be hard to maintain and to keep a good work-life balance to begin with when you're an imaging professional. But when you try to further your education, it can be hard to balance it all. But you guys did an excellent job. I'm very proud of you, what you've done, and you definitely has risen to the education. This accomplishment has allowed them to sit and take the CT registry and to be licensed in CT. I'm happy to announce that Dustin has already taken his and has passed his registry. Congratulations, Dustin. I know that Kelly and Marquisha are going to do a great job as well. So let's give it up to them for their taking their test. The experiences you had in this program, I know, have improved your overall knowledge of CT, but has also sharpened and improved your critical thinking skills and your professionalism in taking care of your patients. In knowing this, I'd like to take a moment and thank all of our affiliates who took our students and technologists who helped train our students. Without them, this is not possible. This achievement is just a stepping stone in your amazing careers, your life, and education. Remember to keep investing in yourself, keep learning, keep growing, and your greatest asset is always going to be you. So take care of yourselves and enjoy your accomplishments. All right. So let's bring him up. I'd like to introduce Kelly Cruz. Come on, Kelly. Got Dustin Dung. And then I have Marquisha H. All right. Now I will be calling up Brandy Bach, the Diagnostic Medical Sonography Program Director.
Hello, I'm Brandy Bach. I'm the Program Director for the Diagnostic Medical Sonography Program. Congratulations to the 2026 graduating class of Diagnostic Medical Sonographers. This entire class of 12, they completed 12 courses in 5 semesters and over 1,600 clinical hours. I'm happy to report that they have all passed 100% of 4 national board exams prior to graduation. We're very proud of them. So today marks the culmination of years of hard work and dedication. During that time, you pushed past your comfort zones, took risks, made some mistakes, and more importantly, made great strides. You all should be immensely proud of yourselves. I know we are. As you begin your new careers, you have the privilege to serve others using that knowledge and talent and skills to make a positive change in your patients' lives and in healthcare. Remember the importance of balance, of hard work, and of lifelong learning. Remain humble and always be teachable. Strive to be your best version of yourselves and continue to grow and pay it forward to the next generation of sonographers. And last but certainly not least, a special thank you to your family and friends that have supported you along this journey. We know it takes a village. So congratulations to the class of 2026. And I'm going to welcome Hannah Martinez up here, our clinical coordinator.
Hello, I'm Hannah Martinez. I'm the clinical coordinator for the program. When I call your name, if you'll just walk across the stage, Diana Burgos. Isabel Brito. Ann Doan. Deborah Grable-Becker. Alex Holman. Morgan Horseman. Amani Katab. Kaylee Martin. Leela Nesbitt. Christina Porta-Layton. Samantha Ramirez. And Kyla Sells. I will now call up Dr. Regina Franklin, Long-Term Care Administration Program Director.
Thank you so much. I am Dr. Regina Franklin, Director of the Long-Term Care Administration Program, and I'm excited to share greetings with you regarding our students who have completed their program. Congratulations to our Long-Term Care Administration students, and on behalf of our faculty, it has been an honor teaching, mentoring, and coaching you all in the art of our profession of caregiving for our state's most vulnerable population, including the elderly and others living in Texas's long-term care nursing facilities. During the past year, we guided you through layers of nursing facility regulations in each of our 5 domain courses, and you spent 1,000 hours training in a long-term care facility. With your acquired learning, you are one step closer to passing your state and national exams, and upon licensure, you will be granted the incredible responsibility of practicing administration in this profession. You have mastered several key foundational principles. However, we encourage you to continue studying and continue learning. Don't stop. Always be critical thinkers and continue learning about the aged and master in your understanding the ever-changing regulations. Keep learning. Remember to take full advantage of your educational resources available to you that will help to improve your leadership skills. During the course of your studies, you selected a leadership figure that you hope to emulate in your future practice as an administrator. Remember your aspired leader and remember your personal why you aspire to become an administrator. Remember the importance of always having a mentor in your professional life. We recently enjoyed our Fit for Leadership courses in the Fitness Center, and taking care of yourselves should be a very high priority on your list. Always remember that self-care is very important, that you must take care of yourselves. Your health is important, and you cannot pour into others when your own cup is empty. As a future administrator, make a difference and have a great time in your professional life. Years from now, you will look back over your life, and we hope that you will have as much enjoyment and pleasure of being an administrator just as our faculty have had. We wish you all nothing but the best, and please know that you always have a home to return to on our Tarrant County College Trinity River campus. And we'll always be there to help guide and mentor and support you as needed. So congratulations to you all. And I have one other announcement to make. Our department awards each year to one student in the Long-Term Care Administration program. We award the Dr. Princess Jackson Award to a student who exemplifies many of the traits and characteristics of our former and late director, Dr. Jackson. Dr. Jackson directed our program for over 20 years, 21 years to be exact. She was the epitome of a woman worth following, professional, well-versed, and well-educated in her craft. She was the consummate educator who was extremely dedicated, always focusing on finding new tools and resources to educate her students. Dr. Jackson died on June the 8th, 2018, after a brief but serious illness, and our department continues to keep her legacy in our presence by honoring a student who mirrors her administrative leadership and business acumen. Since her departure from our presence, we award one student with this prestigious award in memory of her. Dr. Jackson spent a lot of time lobbying in Austin and Washington, D.C., advocating for the rights of the aged and those living in residential facilities. This year, we offer our heartfelt congratulations to one student who also engaged, like Dr. Jackson did, with legislative engagement. And our student recently received a personal invitation to join in with the Texas congressman to communicate about workforce labor shortage issues. So we're very proud and honored to allow our student, Danette Craig Robbins, to carry the torch of Dr. Princess Jackson. Congratulations, Danette Craig Robbins. At this time, Ms. Francesca Kane will read the names of our students.
Thank you, Dr. Franklin, and congratulations to all of you guys. You're one of us now. The first one, Janisa Clayton. Miss Danetta Craig Webb. Miss Jovita Mwembu. And last but not least, Miss Madison Nicholson. Now, Miss Kendra Morse.
Good afternoon. Today marks a significant milestone, one that reflects not only your academic achievement, but your resilience, discipline, and growth. Completing this MRI program was not easy. There were moments that challenged you mentally, physically, and even emotionally. But every late night, every difficult concept, and every demanding clinical day was intentional. It was all part of preparing you, sharpening your skills, and shaping you into professionals who are ready to stand out in the workforce. What you've gained at TCC goes far beyond technical knowledge. You've developed critical thinking, adaptability, and the ability to perform under pressure. Skills that will set you apart wherever your career takes you. To all the graduates, your time is limited, so don't waste it. Be intentional about how you move forward. Take a mental snapshot of this moment, this sense of accomplishment, this pride, this growth. And just as importantly, remember the moments that challenged you most, because those are the experiences that build your strength and character. As you step into the next phase of your journey, remain open to collaboration, to change, and to new perspectives. Healthcare is always evolving, and those who succeed are those who are willing to grow with it. Find ways to give back, help train and uplift the next generation, just as others have done for you. Do not live in fear. Take risks, trust your training, and never stop learning. The moment you become comfortable is the moment you stop growing. And most importantly, find your purpose. Purpose is the foundation of everything you do. It is what drives you, fulfills you, and defines the impact you will have on others. Congratulations, graduates. This is just the beginning. So now I would like to congratulate Sanai, Tech Lead. I will now call up Dr. Maria Flowers, Nuclear Medicine Program.
Good afternoon, everyone. First, I'd like to add that in addition to those that have been designated on your program as recognized members of the Lambda Nu Honor Society. Also, Miriam Regalado and Marissa Sanchez have also received that recognition. The words that are composed and that I will read to you today are directed towards the 2026 class of Nuclear Medicine Technology. So one of my favorite quotes is by Teddy Roosevelt from his speech, Citizenship in a Republic. It is not a critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly. This quote is also known as the man in the arena quote, and was recently popularized by Brene Brown. When I think of this quote, I think of each and every one of you. You each started on this journey and probably didn't know what you were getting into, but you started, and then life started lifing. And at any given moment, the easy thing to do would have been to throw in the towel. I am pretty sure some of you may have questioned your decision to persevere, but you kept going, and you made the choice to stay in the arena. You pushed through trials in your personal life as well as in the program, but each one of you chose to stay in the arena. Sure, there may have been some mistakes made. Maybe you didn't do so well on an exam. Maybe you messed up at a clinical site, but you stayed in the arena. You cannot succeed if you're scared of failure. You all pushed past any fears and you stayed in the fight. And for that, all of you should be commended. As you stand here today and receive your pins, it's the culmination of your studies, but the start of your careers. Remember all of the late nights, all of the early mornings, and remember it with gratitude. Your career will bring its own challenges, and there will be a new arena. But if it ever gets you down, don't forget this huge win, and remember it with gratitude and extreme pride, because you, Alana, Alexa, Ashley, Charisma, Ethan, Lucy, Johanna, Magali, Marissa, Miriam, Morgan, me, Ruby, and Sarah, all of you have dared greatly. It's been a privilege. I would now, at this time, like to invite up Mrs. Lindsay Williams to read the names of our recipients.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lindsay Williams. I'm the clinical coordinator for the nuclear medicine program. Please join me in congratulating Lucy Blake, Johanna Castillo Tovar, Charisma Escamilla, Mi Hyun, Alana Mickels, Ethan Nguyen, Alexa Oatman, Miriam Regalado, Magali Rios, Morgan Roy, Marissa Sanchez, Ashley Weaver. And Sarah Winter. Congratulations, and now I will invite up Mr. Brian Spence, the Program Director of the Radiologic Technology Program.
On behalf of the faculty and students of the Radiologic Technology Program, welcome and thank you for coming today. The Radiologic Technology Program is a 2-year Associate of Applied Science degree program. It is very rigorous. It requires students to sacrifice and invest much time and effort to be successful. The 27 students here today have studied for countless hours to achieve success in their didactic and lab coursework. They have also completed approximately 1,600 hours of clinical rotations, during which they were required to earn 56 clinical competencies while developing their technical and patient care skills. In addition, they participated in numerous professionalism-related activities, many of which occurred outside their normal class schedule and involved volunteer service and promoting the radiologic science profession. They have accomplished all this while also working jobs, taking care of families, and meeting other life responsibilities. They even survived 4 courses with me as their instructor. Barely. Friends and family members, I would like to thank you for supporting our students for the past 2 years so they could successfully complete our program. We know you have made many sacrifices to help these students succeed. I would also like to thank our program's full-time and adjunct faculty members. These dedicated educators invested many, many hours teaching and supporting these students, and it is certainly my privilege to lead such a committed and talented team of radiologic science educators. Radiologic technology students, as you leave us, the last, probably most important thing I will ever say to you is to commit to being a professional technologist. Professionalism encompasses everything from always striving for the highest quality images and patient care, lifelong learning, being civil with difficult coworkers, having strong ethical standards, being involved with our professional societies, and yes, even helping future students that we send to you. So commit to being a professional and do not settle for being a mediocre technologist who is just working for a paycheck. That is for graduates from other radiologic technology programs, not you. You be a premier, difference-making, indispensable, always striving for excellence professional who represents our standard to everyone around you. Our program has prepared approximately 1,100 students in its 55-year history, and you are now joining that legacy. So on behalf of our program faculty, congratulations. You have been a fun group to be with. You did not cause me too many headaches, so thank you for that. Good luck on your national certification exam and in whichever paths your radiology career takes you. At this time, I would like to ask Dr. Amy Russell, our program's clinical coordinator, to come and announce our students' names.
All right, Amar Albania. Michaela Butler. Nancy Cavazos. Natalie Chavez. Audrey Collins. Kat Darty. Karen Guerrero. Michael Gwen. Eric Leva. Eva Mata. Jafar Al-Khazir. Samira Murillo. Hang Nguyen. Lin Nguyen. Katrina Palmer. Cruz Perez. Jacob Pilot. Chase Reed. Anais Rodriguez. Alex Scott. Dennis Tubner. Simeon Trevino. Danette Velasquez. And now I'd like to introduce Don Holt, the Program Director for Respiratory Care.
First of all, they said this was going to be large print. I don't think that is going to work for me here, but no, I appreciate it. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to welcome you here and thank you for being here for your graduates. I know that a lot of y'all have participated and gave them support so that they can be here today and be successful, so I want to thank you for your support for your graduates. I also want to say that I'm the program director for the Respiratory Care Program. My name is Don Holt, and I'm also a graduate of this program. I won't tell you how long ago it was. You can only imagine by the lack of hair on my head. But yeah, I did the 1,000+ clinical hours. I did, at that time, 72 hours of credits, and I walked the same path that y'all walked. Let me scroll up here. All right, so one thing I always tell everybody is that I have 3 college degrees, but only 1 degree actually gave me a profession, and that's the associate's degree that I got here from, at the time, TCC. So just remember, this is a special achievement, and now this profession is open to you. Speaking of this profession, we're, in a nutshell, breathing specialists. If you ever have had trouble breathing, or if you've had a loved one that's had trouble breathing, then you know the emergency and the situation that's going to arise if that is not corrected in a fairly quick manner. It's a critical situation. So we use medications, we manage airways, we operate ventilators, we perform life-supporting support, and just when breathing is compromised, it's an emergency. At this time, I do want to recognize all the faculty that's part of the team that has gotten you here. Michelle Barker, Teresa Grego, and Amy Lowe are present here. They're just a few, and of course, we had a team of adjuncts in the hospitals that also have helped you get to the point where you are, where you're ready to assume the responsibilities that's about to be placed upon you. So to our graduates, our future registered respiratory therapists, I just want to leave you with 3 thoughts. First, this is only the beginning. This is the first hurdle that you've gone over. Healthcare is continually changing, and you have to be able to change with it, so you have to be lifelong learners. Second, never forget that care is in healthcare. So make sure that you provide the compassion, empathy, and integrity that your patients will remember. And they will remember that more than the care that you've given them. Technical skill is also critical, but like I said, compassion is very important. Remember that the patient is the most important person in the hospital and that they're trusting you at their most vulnerable time. Honor that trust with excellence. So go forward with confidence, make a difference, and never stop learning. Congratulations, Respiratory Class of 2026. Michelle, would you help out?
Okay, I'm Michelle Barker, the Director for Clinical Education, and we have the respiratory care graduates. Ashura Asumani. Chanel Bolden. Natalie Castrejón. Caleb Chaplin. Manuel Chavez. Nathan Fickling. Kaylee Hope. Yin Lee. Patricia Lerma. Jennifer Wynn. William Wynn. Abigail Tucker. Abby Turner. Julissa Urquiza. Alejandra Woods. Up next is the Anesthesia Technology Program and Jessica Sabers.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for being here. We're going to be celebrating these students that are going out here to make a difference because they are our future. So many of you and family, friends, and faculty and mentors have played an essential role in the success of these students. No one completed the No one completes the program by themselves alone. Your encouragement, your patience, the beliefs in them made this momentum possible. We're truly grateful for you. For those who may not know me well, I'm sorry. There I am. It looked a little different. So, I'm Thomas Grimaldo with the Anesthesia Technology Program, and today I want to take a moment to recognize the incredible journey you're embarking on, a path that is both challenging and rewarding, one that places you at the heart of a patient's care in one of the most critical moments in their lives. As anesthesia technologists, you are the unsung heroes of the operating room. While your work may often go unnoticed by patients, it is absolutely essential to the success of the surgical procedure and the safety of those undergoing anesthesia. You ensure that anesthesia equipment is prepared, functioning properly, and ready to support anesthesiologists in delivering care. From maintaining equipment and troubleshooting complicated situations, your expertise ensures seamless operations in patient safety. This program not only equip you to technical skills, but also to value the professionalism, teamwork, integrity, and whether assisting anesthesiologists during surgeries or handling emergencies such as difficult airways or cardiac arrest, your role demands precision and adaptability. You are becoming part of a profession that combines technical expertise with compassion, a profession where every action you take contributes to saving lives. Anesthesia technologists is a growing field with immense potential. Your skills will be applicable across diverse clinical settings, from hospital operating rooms, intensive care unit, ambulatory surgery centers, dental suites. This versatility of open doors and meaningful careers where you can make a difference every day. Remember that healthcare is a team effort. You will work alongside anesthesiologists, surgeons, nurses, and other healthcare professions to ensure optimal patient outcomes. Your ability to communicate effectively and work as part of a team will be just as important as your technical knowledge. As you progress, this will be moments of challenges, times when complexity of equipment or urgency of patient care might feel overwhelming. But remember why you choose this path: to be a part of something bigger than yourself, to contribute to the well-being of others, to excel in a profession that combines science with humanity, in which of you will have a good luck as you move forward, in your next chapter in your life. And I'd like to welcome Tanvir Khan to give out the names. Thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Call up the students. First up, Alexis Cardenas. Anahi Ornelas. Hannah Wilkins. I'll now call up Teresa Steele, Director of Central Sterile Processing.
Hello, I'm Teresa Steele, Program Director for Central Sterile Processing. Today marks a truly special milestone, not just the completion of a program, but the beginning of a purpose-driven career. Each of you sitting here has demonstrated dedication, resilience, and a commitment to something greater than yourselves. In your selected programs, you have been challenged, pushed, and prepared for the responsibility that comes with a career in healthcare. Although you are from different areas within health science, You are united by a shared purpose, to care, to serve, and to make a difference in moments that matter most. The knowledge you've gained is important, but it is your compassion, integrity, and professionalism that will truly define the kind of healthcare professional you become. The pen you received today is more than a symbol of completion. It represents your readiness to step into a field that demands excellence, accountability, and heart. As you move forward, remember why you started. Carry that purpose with you into every challenge, every success, and every life you impact. We are incredibly proud of you. Congratulations on this achievement and on the journey ahead. I would like to introduce Shayna Martin, the coordinator for Central Sterile Processing.
Hello. I'd like to call Kaiten Coleman down. Alexander Covarrubias. Barbara Crate. Rachel Hardman. Teresa Ho. Rebecca Jones. Medea Kaikov. That was right. Christina Martinez. Mariam Muhammad. Jacqueline Ortiz. Shelby Shears. Asia Simpson. Avery Trin. And Shanae White. I would like to now call down Jean Thompson, Program Director of Health Information Technology.
Hi, she forgot me. It's okay. You know, every instructor loves a captive audience. That's what we pretty much got today, don't we? I am the Program Director for Health Information Technology here at Trinity River Campus. Health Information Technology is the medical record aspect of patient care. There is no patient contact, but we're an important part in patient care because we ensure that the documentation for the services and procedures provided meet regulations, standards, and protocol. We're kind of the keepers of the data. For the graduates of this program, they will leave with the knowledge that they have the skills and knowledge base to go into the workforce in health information. So Jasmine, congratulations, you did it.
Hello, I'm Elise Fincher, the clinical coordinator for the HIT program, and we'll call our Jasmine Morris. And I will now call up Cornisha Day, the program director of the Ophthalmic Technician Assistant Program.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today is a moment of pride, not only for our ophthalmic assistant and technician graduates, but for the family, friends, and loved ones that stood beside them as they walked through this journey. Earning this pin is more than a symbol of completion. It represents determination, compassion, and a calling to serve others through sight. One of the most precious gifts that we have. Our graduates have balanced more than most can imagine between rigorous coursework, clinical responsibilities, and personal commitments. You have shown that excellence isn't about perfection, rather perseverance. You've stayed committed to this vital profession and to yourselves, mastering skills and patient care on the toughest days. To the families here tonight, thank you. You've cheered, encouraged, and provided the strength that helped our graduates reach this milestone. Your belief in them has made all the difference. This eye care field you now enter is profoundly important, and your restored vision boosts confidence and improves lives every day. Work that blends technical skills with deep empathy. As you step forward, wearing this pin from the Ophthalmic Assistant and Technician Program, remember what it stands for: care, integrity, and lifelong learning. You are now a part of a community that changes lives through better vision, and tonight we celebrate all that you've done and all that you're yet to do. Congratulations to our graduating class. We are incredibly proud of you. Next, I would like to introduce our clinical coordinator, Shannon Robinson, to introduce our graduates.
Rebecca Seha. Rafael Cervantes. Don't want to steal his stage. Amanda Gilbert. Shayla Rahi. And Catherine Kat Sandoval. Now I'd like to hand the podium over to Stacy Anderson of the Physical Therapist Assistant Program.
Good afternoon.
First, I just want to say thank you to, I'm Stacey Anderson. I'm the program director for the Physical Therapist Assistant Program. I just want to first say thank you to our full-time faculty as well as our adjunct faculty for all that they poured into our students this year. So today marks more than the completion of a program. It marks the beginning of a profession, the physical therapy profession, which is grounded in trust, compassion, and purpose. When people typically hear the words physical therapist assistant, they often think of exercise, maybe even stretching. And yes, our students, they will help people move better, but what they will really be doing goes far beyond that. Students, graduates, you are going to help patients to restore their confidence, to rebuild their independence, and you will remind people that progress is possible. That responsibility is both powerful and personal. As you enter this profession, you carry the expectations of your Practice Act and the Code of Ethical Conduct. These aren't just guidelines, they're the foundation of your professional identity. They call on you to act with integrity, to respect every patient, and to always put their well-being first. In other words, do the right thing for the right reason every time. There will be challenging days when you're tired, when progress feels slow. Those are going to be the moments when your professionalism and your compassion matter the most, because what may feel routine to you could be life-changing for your patient. Today, as you receive your pen, see it as more than a symbol of completion. It's a commitment to lifelong learning, ethical practice, and compassionate care. You've earned every moment of this, and more importantly, you are ready. Ready to make a difference, ready to serve, and ready to represent the field of physical therapy with pride. Congratulations, we are so proud of you, class of 2026. Now I would like to introduce our clinical coordinator, John Wiggins, to call the students' names.
Congratulations, PTA Class 20 of 26, Chris Adams. Cassandra Barron. Georgia Black. Dallas Brown. Sebastian Cabrera. Andres Chilton. Eric Fisk. Ayana Flores. Leslie Garcia. Carmen Guerrero. Heather Herring. Helena Higgins. Michelle Hoffin. Now, normally you don't announce a student that is unable to attend, but I feel obligated to announce this next student because he is serving his duty in the military for our country, Mr. Blake Horton. Jessica Johnson. James Wynn. Samantha Pierce. Sarah Raji. Myra Sanchez. Katie Sanders. Diavian Shaw. Casey Sien. Stormy Tucker. Mary Chris Tuncab. Hannah Vu. Ember Willie. And Juliana Zekulin. Now I'd like to announce the program director for the surgical technology, Mr. Jeff Leonard.
Good afternoon. I stand here honored and humbled at the chance to speak to you. First, a special thanks to our surgical technology faculty, Tiffany Stanton, Ileana Carrasco, Amanda Cermak, and Kimberly Dangerfield. Our program would not be what it is today without their selfless teamwork and dedication to our students. To the class of 2026, we are so very proud of you and what you have achieved and are excited to celebrate your accomplishments today. Now I'd like to leave you all with one final lesson. My hope is what I share with you today will inspire you and challenge you. I hope it reminds you to think back and recall the first few memories you had when you stepped into an operating room and when you first laid hands on a patient. In a work environment that can become so cold, systematic, routine, and mundane, I hope this lesson will remind you of why we do what we do. I hope it reminds you of the seriousness of what our patients are going through and why we need to bring an intense readiness and extreme compassion to our performance. My students have heard a variation of this lesson before, but I felt it would be inspiring to all healthcare graduates. This lesson is, it's not about you. As the father of a young daughter named Macy, who has had 3 open heart surgeries and various others, I've learned a new lesson about healthcare. One that has taught me more about patient care and the patient experience than I've learned in all my 17 years of working in the operating room. Because of our journey with Macy, my family has witnessed the servant heart of many different healthcare professionals. I'm reminded of the words of my former program director and mentor, Don Brazil, as he said, "This is not just a job, it's a calling." We all have a calling in our lives, and we all have a purpose in our lives. And in the moments where you have a patient in front of you that's placing their care and their lives in your hands, you are living out that calling. You may have pursued your respective programs to advance your careers, but along the way, you've also been entrusted with a greater purpose, to serve others. Speaking not only as a fellow healthcare professional, but also as a father whose daughter has been touched by nearly every profession represented here today, I encourage you to go forward and serve with excellence. My challenge for you today is to keep the patient in the forefront of everything you do in your new calling, because simply, it's not about you. Stay patient-focused in your day-to-day routines and work, because everybody is somebody's Macy. Thank you. I'll call out Ileana Crosco to read the names of our students.
Okay, y'all ready? All right, our first one that we have up is Diego Acevedo. Lisbeth Albaran Rangel. Nicole Askey. JJ Avalos. Renee Cardoso. Evelyn Cartagena. Cirilo Castillo. Jacqueline del Rio Gordado. Jenna Derry. Catherine Douglas. Daniela Flores. Josie Fortenberry. Cassandra Gonzalez. Caitlin Fuller. You're welcome. Skylar Hollingsworth. Anna Hopper. Leslie Islas. Kadeja Cahill. Catherine Kelman. Tanya Miller. Blanca Picasso. Isaac Ramirez. Maria Ramirez. Deanne Sarmiento. Kylie Sayre. Marissa Serrano. Sabrina Soto. Tarrant Taylor. And last but not least, Dill Tor. And now we'll call up Miguel Gonzalez, who is the Program Director of the Medical Assistant Program.
Good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed graduates of Medical Assistant Program, my name is Miguel Gonzalez and I serve as the Program Director for the Medical Assistant Program. Today, we gather with great pride and excitement to celebrate each of you and the incredibly journey you have completed over the past 9 months. Throughout this program, you have demonstrated dedication, resilience, and unwavering commitment to your goals. You balanced responsibility, overcame challenges, and continued to push forward even when it was not easy. That perseverance has brought you to this moment. In today's ever-evolving healthcare environment, medical assistants are essential members of the healthcare team. You are the connection between patients and providers, the calm in moments of uncertainty, and a vital part of delivering quality care. The skills, knowledge, and compassion you have developed will make meaningful differences in the lives of those you serve. Your hard work has led to this well-earned achievement, and it is something to be truly proud of. As you move forward, I encourage you to continue learning, growing, and striving for excellence. This graduation is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning of new opportunities and possibilities. On behalf of the medical assistant faculty, we extend our heartfelt congratulations to each of you. We are proud of you, we believe in you, and we look forward to all of that you will accomplish. Congratulations, graduate. At this time, I'm calling Majesty Lockhart to call the names.
Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to present this group. So the first name we have is Sundus Abdul-Jabbar. Ajasha Allen. Melissa Ayala Martinez. Saul Cervantes. Justice Chisholm. Rosa Cruz. Melissa De La Cruz. Paula Diaz. Mustafa El Kassi. Emily Flores. Norma Guerra. Jordan Harris. Demetria Hill. Nayeli Jimenez. Maravilla Kamakua. Natalie Luna. Deja McMillan. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Jacqueline Munoz. Nicole Nguyen. Aurelie Ramirez. Anaí Romero. Carmela Sanchez. Stephanie Sanchez. Vianney Sanchez. What did you think I was going to say your name wrong? Jeanette Umahosa. I will call Marissa Galaviz, Program Coordinator for the Healthcare Workforce Programs.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Marissa, Coordinator for the Health Sciences Workforce Program, supporting two programs, Medical Coder and Pharmacy Continuing Education programs. It is my honor to welcome everyone today as we celebrate the achievements of our graduates in these two vital areas of healthcare. We recognize a remarkable milestone in your academic and professional journeys, a culmination of your hard work, perseverance, and unwavering commitment to excellence. Throughout your time in your program, you have shown resilience in the face of challenges and a passion for learning that reflects the very best of what it means to serve in healthcare. These qualities will guide you as you make meaningful contributions to the lives of others. At this time, I would like to recognize the medical coder adjunct faculty who are unable to be here this afternoon. That is Miss Angela Bailey Marshall, Miss Vicki Matt, and Mr. James Edward Townley. And at this time, I will be calling out the graduates, and it is my privilege to call out their names. First one is Cameron Arenas. Gail Avery. Alexandra Bowe. Soraya Howell. Rachel Pritchett. Krista Schwint. Kimberly Zacharias. And we have one more student. I understand that she is here, Miss Margaret Washington. There she is. Okay. Congratulations, medical coder graduates. Okay, now I'd like for us to recognize our pharmacy technician graduates. I'd like to say that we had 57 students complete the program. So we're very, very happy with the number of students completing the program. Faculty members I'd like to recognize, please, at this time is Miss Vita Mahmoudi and Miss Brittany Smith. Both were unable to attend this afternoon as well, and again, I have the privilege of calling out their names. Alana Allen. Jean Armijo. Brittany Brown. Kiara Burnett. Stephanie Hinojosa. Abbas Hersey. Noor Jabbar. Rebecca Kim Saldivar. Miracle Dizelle. Kara Lopez. Rebecca Maddox. Cassandra Maldonado. Kalda Musa. Aurelie O'Soniel. Brittany Phillips. Nathaniel Saldivar. Nangzami Zar. Elisa Scott. And last but not least, Robert Weekly. And now at this time, I would like to turn it back over to Dr. Jerry Finley. Sorry. There we go.
Wow. There's a lot of you graduating, a lot of you going into the healthcare field. We're so excited for you. As we conclude the health science pinning ceremony, let's reflect on the achievements and the bright future ahead for our graduates. Your dedication and hard work have brought you to this moment, and we're incredibly proud of each one of you. To our graduates, remember this pin symbolizes your commitment to excellence and compassion in the health sciences. As you step into your professional roles, carry forward the values and knowledge you have gained. To the family and friends, thank you for your unwavering support. Your encouragement has been vital to their success. Congratulations once again to our graduates. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you and have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you for joining us in celebrating the achievements of our nursing graduates. This is the conclusion of our ceremony.